always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it. Rock on, dude.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this great, big, wonderful world. It's time for some serious rock and roll. This is the Big Rock Show with Michael de Jager behind the microphone. Good evening, this is Metallica. And who's first on the Facebook Live this evening? All the guys are pulling in tonight. All right, let's make some rock and roll. And a very good evening to you. Welcome to the show. I hope you're going to hear the vibes. Good rock and roll tonight. Because it's good South African Shiraz wine, that's why. How's the week been? All good? What do we got you? 10, 20, 30 squids in the wallet. It's not often that we have cash in the wallet, is it? Okay. Let's get the word out there. Just tell everybody where everything is. Okay, so first of all, we're on YouTube, right? So that's where the music is. If you are keen to go and have a listen to a couple tunes, then you need to go to Guitarist TV on YouTube. So, of course, welcome everybody on YouTube. How's it, guys? And of course nobody knows where we are at the moment, so what I need to do if I can find YouTube. Where's YouTube on? There it is. Oh my days. Been one of those weeks. Hope everybody's good. 100%. Sorry, didn't mean to bash you. Don't touch. Yes. So a good week in this part of the world. Of course, tomorrow is the 4th of July in England. And in England, besides listening to some good rock and roll. In England. And in England, besides listening to some good rock and roll. In England. Whoops. Okay, so it's working on YouTube. I'll just get the link for you. Copy the link. And I'll just paste it. Even Mike, hope your family are well. How's it, Andrew? How you, my bud? Michael Mayring, Francois Hardy, legend of rock and roll, one of the finest drummers on the planet, is with us tonight. I thought you'd be jamming tonight, bro. Okay, so let's just go to Facebook and find this feed. There it is. Okay, so let's just do this. Hey, the music is on Guitarist TV tonight, and the link is here. Paste. Oof. There we go. Should appear any second now on the live feed on Facebook. So if you are on watching us on YouTube, what a lot of people do, how's it, Andrew? Back in, the link is there. All family well, everybody's well. In fact, I have some news. Let me just line up the next tune. Die volgende liedje. It's so funny, you know, when you live in England, You don't hear Afrikaans a lot. Actually, very little. Almost zero, right? Hello, Avilia. Hello. Good morning. Hope you're well. And so, I was just saying to everybody that we don't hear Afrikaans a lot in England, you know. Obviously, English country. But there's a lot of South Africans here. So occasionally, how's it? Glenn Adams is here. So occasionally, you go onto, somebody sends you a video. Oh, I'm just going to talk on the radio
The
quickly.
sexy rock radio station you've
How's it,
always
bro?
wanted
Lekker, man.
is here.
I got your
Michael de
emails.
Jager.
He rocks my world.
Okay.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it.
Rock on, dude. Okay, if you just tuned in, a warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager on the Big Rock Show, Durban Rock Radio, streaming on Guitarist TV on YouTube. We are live on Facebook as well. So pop in and say, how's it, dude? Let's have a little dope together, crack a joke or two, have a little bit of a laugh for the weekend. This is 30 Seconds to Mars and a cool tune called The Story. So what's the story, Jack in the Glory, lacquer, firecracker? So all those sayings we don't hear, you know, you don't hear them here. Unless, well, actually you've been in lockdown too, so you can't, you know, sit and have a good, this weekend is the first time that me and some connections are going to sit together outside, have a beer, have a lekker bra, have a bit of a sort of get together, you know. It's the first time in months, 3 months, 4 months. I mean. But ladies and gentlemen, I need to just let you know, my son and his wife, they had a little baby girl this morning. 3 o'clock this morning. Ek is nou opa de Jager. So there you have it, hot off the press. Yari Yalamaki, hello Yari, how's it, my bro? Welcome, Glenn, I got your emails, thank you so much. I'm going to download those tunes at the moment. Just throwing a few tunes in the beginning, and then I'll get to yours for sure. But I was just telling everybody that my son Byron, he's my eldest boy, him and his wife Lydia, have had a little girl this morning in Southampton. So excellent, Opa, granddad. Congrats, Opa, thanks man. Shut. So yours now before anybody else on the planet. Because I'm not allowed to say anything on Facebook, you know what I mean? But I'm just telling you quietly on the side here. Yeah, so I'm so excited, I'm beside myself. So let's raise a glass to Byron and Lydia, and congratulations to them too, because I mean, they've done all the hard work, you know. Contractions started like 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And then I got a text message at, I don't know, 3 o'clock this morning, baby's born. So, hey, it was Jabula, my bro. Cheers. Lekker, man. So happy for him, you know what I mean? Thanks, Andrew. Shot, my bro. So, yeah, I'm really chuffed, man. Lekker. You know, I think a lot of us have been through that many, many years ago. Byron was born in 1988. So, he's like exactly 30 years younger than me. So I'm like 60, 61, turning 62 this year. Fuck, yo. Can you believe it? And I'm watching all my friends sort of get old with me, which is lekker, you know what I mean? We still, these days, you know, being 60 is different to what it was when my dad was 60. You know, my buddy was 60, he was parking in front of the chair, sitting in the lounge watching TV. He'd even stopped playing bowls, you know, he'd like basically given up. But not this belly. I'm going to surf pipeline, bro. One day, I'm going to surf just one wave. I just want one wave. I'm going to catch that wave. Even if I get... Oh, the song's finished. Hang on a second. I'm talking kake all the time. Okay, so if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone, and if you've just tuned in, absolutely such a warm welcome to you, because tonight is a very special night. It is, of course, Friday night, and we all know that. It's the day before, shut Michael, it's the day before the pubs reopen in England. And all the politicians are saying, when you go to the pub, you must, just observe the 2-meter rule. My bro, after you've had 2 or 3 beers with the boys in the pub, that 2-meter rule is going out the window. And we're all getting pissed together and we're all going to fall down and crawl home. Because nobody's been to the pub for months, weeks. And in England, the pub is like, whoa. It's like the temple, And so, I'm afraid, Uncle Boris, hey, my bro, you can say whatever you want to say, but the boys are going to get pissed in the pub tomorrow night. And that 2-meter rule is going to go out the window. I know they're going to try and enforce it and all that sort of stuff, but, but let's be civil, let's think about it logically. If you're going to go to the pub, don't get pissed, as if it's gonna happen. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon we should play some Thin Lizzy or something like that? That'd be cool, actually. So let's just do the thing first.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
Congrats,
Michael de Jager.
Thank you,
He
bud.
rocks my world.
What you do, man?
This is a song I really haven't heard a lot of. This is Thin Lizzy. Black Boys on the Corner. Right. Let's play a couple of those. There we go. This should be fun. I'm going to get into trouble for playing this song too. Gosh. Anyway, so where were we? Getting pissed at the pub. That's going to happen. That is definitely going to happen. I mean, these are quite obscure songs that I'm playing tonight, and it's a bit potluck tonight, a bit of potluck because Graham Boyle. Lucky we don't drink in Durbs. Exactly, bro. I keep telling everybody, the Durbaners, they don't drop. They're good boys. Yeah, they're good boys. Audio outstanding good tonight. Hey, shut. I haven't touched a thing all week. When I walk out of the studio, I switch off the mixer, I don't touch it. So hopefully we got it right last week. And we just thanks for your help, Glenn. So I'm gonna download your songs, Konamanchi, bro. But I thought I'd just play the first hour. I'll just play songs, drink some wine, talk a bit of cuck, because I haven't seen yours for I don't know how long. It's raw, but it's lekker, I'm listening to Thin Lizzy, and I know you can't hear the music on Facebook, but of course you know where to find the music. You should do. I'm saying thank you. Thanks for your good wishes. I appreciate it, man. The music, the musket. The music is here. I used to play in a band with a guy that idolized this guy, Full Limit. So whenever we went to record a song, it doesn't matter where we had, he had a picture of Full Limit with his guitar. And so we'd go into a studio and Pete, the bass player, he would bring this big portrait of Full Limit with him. Pluck it on a wall there. And he gooi. And I always thought, this is really weird. Wherever we go, we've got this picture of Full Limit with us. But he said, this guy is his inspiration, and he feels like he's watching him.
You've always wanted is here
with your host Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world. Radio station you've always wanted is here
with your host Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is Friday night, the big rock show in your face on Guitarist TV on YouTube, and we're having a good chat here on Facebook Live. How you doing? Hope you're going to have a great weekend. The pubs are open tomorrow in England. Oh, isn't that amazing? And next number, Opa Bring. Yeah. So let's play some Pink. This is Aerosmith. Yeah, so there we go. Everybody is good. Everybody's good. Everybody's happy. Yeah, no, it's an amazing feeling. Okay, so Graham, tomorrow between 6 and 7 o'clock, live, Facebook Live. It's Graham's 100th cocktail hour. And he's an amazing entertainer, so make sure you're there. But if Graham sends me the link, it'll be on his Facebook page, obviously. So Graham Boyle, just remember that name. Right, it's quite a music group. We saw these guys in London, you know, Aerosmith. Jeez, they are so amazing. Honestly, they sound exactly like this live. Exactly. Right down to the last harmony, the last guitar solo, every cymbal smack, everything perfect, note for note. You can always tell when a band's recorded together because they are so tight. You can always tell when a band hasn't been in a recording studio recording songs because it's just a loose jam. Doesn't matter how much you record or rehearse in a rehearsal room, until you've actually recorded in the studio the song that you're going to play live, you are unrehearsed as far as I'm concerned. Because when you go in the studio to play the music live in a recording environment, you're thinking of every nuance, right? Because when you hit that drum, whether you hit it hard or soft, or where you hit the drum, you get a different tone. You won't hear that in a live environment. Hey Luke, how's it, my bro? Good, man, good to see you here. Hope you're alright. So I'm just telling the boys, when we record, and the ladies of course, welcome Tracy Vickers. I just gotta check where I am with the music here. This is such a cool song. Yeah, so when you record a song in the studio, you sing every note. If you're singing, right, you've got to sing. You sing the same line 10 times until the producer is happy or the sound engineer. Which is what happened to me when I sang. I just finished singing. We just done 3 tracks at M2 Mad Hat Studios, 2 days, and on Monday I'll be back in the studio to do the final mix and fix-ups and stuff like that. But honestly, when you've sung together and recorded together as a band, you're going to be shit hot when you play live. It just goes without saying. I don't know what it is. Something in here. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Tonight, Aerosmith, what a band! Honestly, I was telling everybody on Facebook Live. You know, we went and watched these guys play at the Calling in a park in London, and they were headlining, of course. And there were lots of bands on the show. There was Thunder, there was Joe Bonamassa, there was some other bands as well. I can't remember, but those are the 3 standout bands for me. You know, Joe Bonamassa was absolutely outstanding. I mean, he's one of my favorite guitarists and one of my favorite people in music. So I think, I haven't really played a song of Joe's for such a long time. And, you know, he's such a lovely man. And honestly, he's such a knowledgeable person when it comes to music and guitars and music history and all that kind of stuff. He just knows it all. He's just such a clever guy. But, you know, but at the same time, he's got so much knowledge and so much talent in his head, and he's got a voice that, like an angel, he just sings. He's just amazing. I do love Joe Bonamassa's playing. I mean, a lot of people, I don't know. I don't care what they think. Anyway, Joe Bonamassa, for me, one of the greatest guitar players of our time. And one of the greatest songs he ever wrote, in my brain, is this one called Dust Bowl. And I don't know what it is about this song, but Dust Bowl has got a nice, it's got such a nice vibe, nice beat, cool. Anyway, you're listening to Durban Rock Radio, and this is the amazing Joe Bonamassa.
Gonna make my own way. Gonna head
Downtown. He's so cool, isn't he? An amazing guy. I wish I could have him in the studio right now. He's such a nice guy, such a nice man to talk to. Drummers are full of cuck. Producer will say, "Hey man, that take was tops." Drummer, no, can we do it one more take? Yeah, it's true. It's true. But not only that. This is such a cool song, man. So the drummer for our band, his name is Harry James, and I'll play you some tunes by Harry. And Harry's a drummer for a band called Thunder. I don't know if you know Thunder, but I'm sure you do. But they've been around a long time. But when I hear Harry play, he's like a metronome. He doesn't overplay, The bass drum is not going doom 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 doom. He doesn't do that. He just plays like this guy plays. But you can hear everything. Yeah, right. You can hear the hi-hat. You can hear the snare. You can hear the bass drum. It's all there. When he hits the cymbal, you hear the cymbal. That's how it should be. Some people don't like to even hear cymbals in the mix. It drives me mad. And the guy playing drums for Joe Bonamassa is a South African dude. He's not a youngster either, but he's a flipping good drummer, isn't he? He's got a sort of John Bonham kind type of feel, Hey, Phil. Hey, my bro. No Beaky tonight. I haven't seen Beaky here. He hasn't been around. This is more, but exactly right. I'm tuning you. Exactly right. Okay, so let's do this. Let's find some. Let's just find. Oops. I'll find some Thunder, which features Harry playing the kit. Actually, he's playing on my album, so. Okay, let's just find the call. All the best to you from Finland, on the top of the border of Russia. Hello, Lasa. Thank you for tuning in, man. It's lovely to have you. I was just telling everybody we're celebrating tonight because I'm a granddad. Tonight, I'm a granddad. Woohoo! Baby was born 3 o'clock this morning. My son and his wife, they had their very first child, little girl, beautiful little girl, born at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. No name yet. We don't know what the baby's called, but we know that all is good. 10 fingers, 10 toes, like a... Alright, so I'm just going to find a song here with Harry James. Happy for you, old man. Thank you, Lassa. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Okay, there's the call there. Right. While my guitar.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
All right.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes. Well, it's
Shortly.
here. So get on with it.
Okay.
Rock on, dude.
Thank you, man. Okay, so I've re-recorded this song. This is Parisian Walkways by Gary Moore. And I've recorded, this is a very, very rough mix off the new Core album. And of course, Perusian Walkways. I'm playing the guitar. So is a guy called Harry Ainsworth. I will introduce you to him when he starts playing. But this is Harry James on the drums. Listen to this. Listen to his playing. It's cool.
I remember Paris, 1949, the Champs-Elysees, Saint-Michel, Beaujolais wine.
If you just go and just search Epic Granville, that'll put it up. Hey, cool. Okay, got it.
Those Parisian days.
Oh, I play bass on this as well, which is quite cool. So, there we go. You guys are hearing this for the first time. Nobody's ever heard this. Because we did it slightly differently. You'll hear it in the solo.
Looking back at those photographs.
See, very simple drumming, but so precise.
Spent outside corner cafe.
Okay, so now in the studio, it's very difficult to get sustain when you're sitting in a control room, right? Because the amplifier is that side. So we did something slightly different. Listen, you'll hear it. How was that? Lekker, man. I love it. It is really precise. I mean, we had to think of something, you know, to make it different. So there's a lot of acoustic guitar. Of course, I'm playing bass, not full limit. Harry James on the guitar. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Harry Ainsfield. He does a bit of the solo as well. Here we go. This is Harry. Okay, so everybody, if you want to go and see Graham Boyle live between 6 and 10, it'll be his 100th cocktail hour performance online. He basically doing what I'm doing, except he'll be playing live with the guitar and chirping, and he's an entertainer. And you know, just search for Graham Boyle Entertainer on Facebook, and it will come up, and you'll be able to join in. Completely free. Just have a jaw with Graham. Alright then, I'll play the end bit. Yeah, this mix it's a rough mix, it's not the final mix, okay? So there's going to be a few changes on Monday when I get to the studio. And lift the kit up a bit, make it a bit brighter. Very cool, very cool. So nice, but we've done a lot of things when we did the album, slightly differently. There's a lot of covers on the album, obviously, but it was great fun doing this. I mean, I used the Gibson Les Paul for the solo and the Fender Strat for the melody. This is the Les Paul. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the core.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted
Okay.
is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it. Rock on, dude.
Lock on, dude, and well. And if you just joined us, it's a warm welcome from him. It is, of course, Friday night. And it is the Big Rock Show. And it's time for some serious, cool rock and roll. It's the live set. This is Van Halen. A little tune called Jump. I think we know this song. My favorite. This is one I embarrass my daughter at weddings. Have you got one of those songs? I'm sure you have. Let me know what it is. Because what's amazing is, you know, when dads get pissed at weddings, there's always that one song. For me, it's this song, or Living on a Prayer. All of a sudden, I can dance. No excuses, bro. This is true. Okay, right, it's time to, what's the time? Here we go. I don't even know what time I started, but anyway, it's like it's good for you guys to be here. Thanks a lot. Let's put some laughy faces there. Might as well, Joe. I tell you what, you know, YouTube is lekker. I really do enjoy YouTube. But the chat is cock. Sorry, this is the best place to chat. I don't know. We've tried a lot of things, you know. Shot Michael. And I must tell you, the new track from Mr. Michael Mayring is bellissimo, beautiful. You get a chance, it'll soon be out on iTunes. You'll be able to download it and play it. I had a sneak preview of the song, and oh man, it's just superb. Every now and again, Michael comes out with an absolute gem. Just don't know where he gets them from, but flipping it is brilliant. It's like my friend Timo Tex here. How's it, Timo? How are you? But you know, you don't hear anything from Timo for a long time, then all of a sudden, woof! This amazing song just comes out of nowhere. And I'm going to play you a song by Timo right now, just to remind us of how great this man really is as a guitar player. Michael and Timo. Two completely different styles, but they're both amazing guitar players. And you need to really appreciate. You know, I was talking to one of my friends while we were in the studios, you know, and he was saying, no, it was Harry Ainsfield, the guitarist in the band. And he said to me, I said, you know, the one time we were playing somewhere, I can't remember, but I said, hey, play a bit of finger tapping. And he said, oh man, I don't do that shit. What? You don't do finger tapping? No. Why not? No. There's always a 2-year-old flipping Korean chick that can play finger tapping and widdly shit. I don't do that stuff. I'll play 70s rock style. That's my style. He reckons the best music, the best guitarists came from an era between 1970 and 1975. That era of guitarists. And this was one of them. Eddie Van Halen. I'll play another one. But first I'm going to play you something by Timo. Okay. And I hope it plays. The amazing Eddie Van Halen, 1970 to 75. What a great guitar player he is, and still remains. What a legend.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Much more music
He
time.
rocks
Yeah, for sure.
my world.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to one of my good friends who lives in a beautiful country with lots of snow and lots of great music and lots of amazing talent. This is Timo Tex and the four winds. Magnificent song. So, in case anybody's joined, the music is here. So, in case people join Facebook chat and I don't understand why they can't hear the music, you know. Listen to that tone. Listen to that beautiful tone. And so much melody and expression. It's beautiful. I just love it, man. Love it. Okay, so I need to switch on the emails. Because why? We need to download some tunes. So here, skål, gesundheit, cheers. Hope everybody's okay. Music is good. Chat is good. The wine is good, or the whiskey, or whatever you're drinking. Coffee or tea. We've got some good vibes coming your way tonight. Nice songs. And I did try this idea of not talking while the music is playing on YouTube. Doesn't work really. I can't sit here and keep quiet because then the show's boring. It's cuck. So listen to that. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And you know, the reason I did this in the first place was to promote the guitar players who are my friends and who don't get played on the radio. That's why we're here. To play the music that people don't hear on the radio. You know, they're not going to do it for it. BBC One's not going to play this song on their radio. BBC Two's not. Capital's not going to play it. You know, none of them will play it. Nobody. So we have to make our own. We have to make it ourselves. We have to do our own thing. We've got to lift it, and that's why we do it. Finland is a country of 1,000 lakes and lots of mosquitoes. Really? I didn't know that. Well, mate, if it's anything like Stara Zagora and Bosnia, no, I didn't get it. Was it Bosnia? No, Stara Zagora is in that country, another country. 6 o'clock, when the sun goes down, the mozzies come out. They carry you away, bro. Big mozzies like this. But beautiful country, I love it. But in South Africa too, and as all. Yeah, South Africa is the same, bro. Same. Big mozzies, lots of Zol, and it's legal now too, apparently. Cheers. I can't wait for live music to, you know, get back on the road again. Be able to go and watch concerts and stuff like that. Don't forget sauna. Oh, sauna, yes. Yes. Naked in the sauna. Is that it? Man and woman, everything. Not kid. That's amazing. Oh, that's brilliant. It's amazing. Okay, so now I need to look for these emails. Where are they? Michael de Jager, GM. Come on. There they are. Woo! I got a song from Brian. Kim Phillips. Okay, she sent me something. So first of all, let's start from the top. Click to download. I don't know what's going to happen if I click this. La Villa Stranda, something like that. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen here. Alright, something's opening up. iCloud. Okay, so I'm just going to put this under from Glenn. So I have a filing system here. And everything that I get tonight comes from Glenn, even if it doesn't come from Glenn. So today is the 3rd of 7/20. Amazing guitar player. Oh, jeez. Okay, so if you're a fan of the 70s, 1970, 75, then you're going to love this guy. His name is Larry Carlton. He's one of the most amazing jazz fusion rock guitar players on the planet. And this is called Nightcrawler. Punk rock. Okay. Yep, naked in the sauna and then swimming in the lake. Maybe sex later. I love your country, man. I love your country. Fantastic. No wonder these guys live for so long in Finland, you know. How's it, Mark? Hey, bud. Good to have you here. We're just talking about, naked saunas, swimming in the lake, and maybe some sex afterwards. We're talking about that stuff, In Finland, of course. I'm enjoying this number. Oh, right. It's cool, isn't it? You must get the album, bro. It's fantastic. I was blown away when I heard this guy play. And him and Stephen Lukather are like this. Big pals. Right, I've got to load up another song. Oh, what was I doing? I was downloading emails, wasn't I? Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's one thing I've got to stop doing. And that is singing with the song. Okay, we've got a song from Yuri. So let's save that. I'm liking this. Listen to this. You saw him in Durban with full play. Wow. Okay, right. Okay, so this is what caught my attention. This bass line. Dip, 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 dip. I just think it's so amazing. All right, so I've just got to load these songs onto the system quickly. 7:20. Alright, I've got to do it quick. How many seconds? 57, I've got a minute. It's crazy, man, it's crazy. There it is, good. Okay, if you just joined us, warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone. You're listening to Durban Rock Radio. And this is the Big Rock Show. And this is Larry Carlton playing the guitar.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted
It was.
is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
So occasionally we play songs that have been produced by our friends. So this is a friend of mine from Durban. His name is Hudders. We call him Hudders. He's an amazing gentleman. And he has the skill of mixing strange sounds and songs together. So this is La Villa Strangiotta. And this is by Brian Hudson from Durban. And production is really awesome, I tell you. Production is amazing. And he's using Pro Tools and something called the Reader or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But it's very cool. Right, let's head out to YouTube and see what's cutting on YouTube today. Hey! Thanks, Orbs. Shout to Aubrey, thanks my bro. Okay, so right, I'm just hearing the story. Oh, right, okay. Okay, so the story of the song that you're listening to right now is my friend Brian Hudson had a go at programming a song by Rush called La Villa Strangiotta. He's done quite a good job, actually. Let's see if I can find the real thing. Okay, so if you just tune in, warm up to. So this is somebody trying to, copy Rush, but this is the real thing. Very cool. La Villa Strangiotta. must admit, I've never heard this song before. Have you? With one of the greatest drummers on the planet, Mr. Neil Peart. Very nice. Nice keyboard sound. Okay, I've got a few more songs to download while we sit around. Because this song is 8 minutes long, so it's quite a long song. So that should give me enough time to download a couple of tunes here. Charles Durban. How's it, Charles? Hey, man. We like it out, mate. It's been a while. Hope you're still playing. Hope everything's okay. How's the family? Charles, luister my op my ou seun. Vandag sê ek nou opa. Opa de Jager. My son and his wife had a little baby girl this morning at 3 o'clock. I drink original gin. The stuff that made for when there was Olympic Games in Let me see if I can read more here. In the 50s for foreigners. That's quite good. Nice music though, if you are playing and enjoying it. Fantastic. What did I done so hard to believe? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay, so we got a couple tunes by Mr. Frampton yet from a few from Glen in South Africa. So we're going to play a couple of these. I'm just downloading them from Glen. We'd like to welcome Bishop Mayfield. Hello, Bishop. Warm welcome to you. We're listening to a song by Rush at the moment and Guitarist TV. So this particular show, if you've just joined, we don't play the music on Facebook. We play the music on YouTube, Guitarist TV, right? So we've just done this. This is so different, isn't it? It's not the normal sort of Rush song. Did you hear the story about Rush? How they came about? You know, they couldn't get a record deal anywhere. Congrats, okay. Thanks, Phil. Thank you, bro. Some praying mantis, absolutely. Let's play some mantis right now. Let me just, okay, right. So that's all the Frampty's done. Nice guitar. Nice. Okay, so some interesting vibes from Rush. My good friend Yari Yamaki has written a new song, These Old Hoods of London, and I really want to hear this because he is one of the greatest rock and roll instrumental bass and drum composers on the planet, let me tell you. And he's also from Finland. What a man. Listen to this. This is proper. Okay, so we've got a couple of Dire Straits songs. Oh, Russia. Is he from Russia? Oh, I thought he was from Finland. Oh, Rush. I like it. Oh, okay, cool. That's it. Shot. Thanks for sharing that link, bud. Yeah, just every now and again, people pitch up and they wonder why they can't hear any music, and they get bored and they go away. And that's not lacquer, because let's be honest. YouTube chat line is okay, but it's not the same as this. This is, I can relate to this. There's something about YouTube. It's like a struggle. I don't know why. Sending from to I got it. But we still of course chat on YouTube as well as this, So it depends, whatever floats your boat, really. And Jerry, of course, yes. Oh, he's amazing. He's just amazing. And his music is fantastic. Fantastic. And Eddie's here too. Hello, Eddie. Welcome aboard, mate. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the good ship on Durban Rock Radio. This is the back door. Just pulled into the back door. But this is where we all chat. So it's very lucky to have you. And of course, everybody on. Okay, I better share this link. The funny thing is, I don't share it, and you wonder why people aren't watching is because there's so much other shit in the world, So let's put it to. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to share this link. Yeah. Let's just put it everywhere. Boom. Select accounts first. Okay. Okay, so it's nearly done. With one more song to download. Yeah, so if you want to send me a song, you send it to mike@gtvmusic.com, and it's gone silent on the radio, so I better talk. So if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone tonight on Durban Rock Radio. If you're listening on Spreaker.com or if you're listening on DurbanRockRadio.com, warm welcome to you. Tune in, of course. You can hear it on TuneIn. Or if you missed the show, not a problem. There'll be a recording of it on YouTube. There'll also be a recording of it, which is available then on all of the podcasting platforms like Deezer and Spotify and Heart Radio. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of them. But if you just Google Durban Rock Radio, whatever, you'll get it. You'll get somewhere, somewhere in the universe. It's all over the internet. This show. It's just amazing how it gets so much airplay all over the place. And if you would like me to play you a song, of course, or dedication or something special in your life, if something's happened and you want to pay a tribute or anything like that, then just email me confidentially at mike@gtvmusic.com, and I'll quite happily, broadcast it to the planet for you with absolute pleasure. And so I've got a whole lot of songs that have arrived from South Africa from my good friend Glenn Adams. And I'm going to download them if it will let me, and we're going to put these songs to the test. And my friend Stephen Denman has just popped in to say hello. I'm hoping Arsenal win tomorrow. You're too close to Man United. Ooh, yes. Now, if you were a Wolves fan, you'd know that Arsenal are playing Wolves, and Wolves are my team. And Arsenal is my mate's team. So it's going to be interesting game tomorrow. But I'll definitely be there supporting my team as you do. No disrespect, but it should be. I think we should have a thing here, Steve. I tell you what, mate. If Wolves beat Arsenal tomorrow, I'll get in my car and come visit you wherever you are in England, right? If Arsenal beat Wolves tomorrow, you get in your car and you come to Winchester and you come for a bra at my place. Deal? Hey, sound like a good idea to you? For those of you who don't know, Stephen Denman and I were at school together at New Forest High School, and we spent very many happy years together as best mates. I went and stayed with Stephen and his family in Pietermaritzburg back in the day when we were still at school, and Steve was from Australia. And he's a lovely guy, and we were good pals for many years until we left school, and then we kind of lost touch. But we started going to the gym together, which was standard 6. I think you had to be 13 years old to train in the YMCA gym. And Stephen and I decided and another guy called Patrick Sutton, and we decided we're going to go and become muscle monkeys, at the YMCA, because it was like, I can't remember, it was really cheap. It might have even been free. But Mr. Wynn was our trainer, and he was a great guy, and we started doing bodybuilding together. So that's another story for another day. But we had a fabulous time, and I'll never forget those days, Steve. They really stayed with me forever. But now we both live in England, so we need to get together and say hello. So from Glenn Adams, a song especially for Glenn, a song by Dire Straits, and this is the Sultans of Swing. Happy Friday from Spain, Lawrence. Hey, my bro. Whoa. How you doing, buddy? Hey, good for you to pop in and say hello, man. So I'll be in the studio on Monday and Tuesday in Wolverhampton. And it's going to be a bit tricky trying to get you to do that guitar solo. But I don't know how you're going to do it. I have no idea. And this is a studio somewhere in Spaniol. All good, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Lawrence Archer, who's a guitarist that worked with Full Linnet back in the day. And got his own band, and he's an amazing guitar player. And I met Lawrence many years ago when we played in a big concert at Stara Zagora in Bulgaria. Do you remember that? It was good times, man. Send me the files. Okay, cool. I'll catch up with you after, or just drop me an email, please, mate. I'll just send you the email in a second. Mike@gtvmusic.com. Good tunes, good times. They were good times, man. We drank the whole place dry. I mean, the mosquitoes killed us, they did. But honestly, by the time we left Stara Zagora, the pub was completely empty. Make sure it's in the right key. It's an A minor, bro. I hope that's the right key. So it's. I hope you like what we've done. Trying to keep it as simple as possible. But I'll get them to send you the files on Monday. Do your thing, bring it back, and then we'll mix it all up and get it out there for everybody to hear. That'd be so cool. Thank you, Lawrence. So Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be playing the guitar solo on Parisian Walkways on the new record. So I'm really chuffed about that. Because of the connection, it will be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Thank you, Lawrence. Can't wait, bro. Can't wait. And then we're going to big show somewhere. All these great guitar players. And we'll take that show right around the world. It'll be so amazing. So, the Royal Albert, here we come. I'll drink to that. Hey, right. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, Bishop Mayfield, work with me. Morning, my brother Mark. Like to share with some tunes for your listeners. Okay. Cool. So somebody has sent me some songs. Fantastic. So last week we featured Military Man is going to be the next Grand Slam single on Marshall Records. Ooh. Fantastic. That's something that you won't know about anywhere except here, right here. Lawrence has told you hot off the press news. Military Man. If you know that song, it's going to be the next Grand Slam single on Marshall Records. Well, that's going to be amazing. Amazing. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. So when this is all done, Lawrence, we have to get you on the other side, man, and hook up and do a little interview and a chat, see how Grand Slam is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Grand Slam was the last band that Phil Lynott had before he passed away, and he was in the band, and Lawrence was the guitarist in that band with Phil. So there you go. You have a legend among us, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lawrence Archer. What a pleasure, man. What a pleasure. One to you, original gin for me. Ah, nice, Timo. Okay, so Bishop Mayfield has sent me a whole lot of songs, and I'll tell you what he said. He said, hello, Mike. I'd like to share these tunes with you and your listeners. My phone number is that, and if you'd like to speak to me, much love. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to just download the song quickly. I'm going to save all attachments too. I'm going to make you a special folder, Bishop. And the music, and it's going to be... If you've ever seen... Okay. The wonderful music of Dire Straits, and that one taking us back quite a few years. But if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. We're streaming live on YouTube, which is everybody how's it guys? That side of the camera, and on my left hand side here we've got all the chaps hanging out on the Big Rock Show Lockdown Chat, and this is where we do all our chatting. Of course, we chat on title to work with me. Okay, cool. And we chat on YouTube as well, of course, honestly. But the main place where we talk about the music is on Facebook Live, because it just seems to work better, and you can see what's going on, and I can read all the comments and all that, which is great. And it's much easier to sort of just log into. A lot of people, it's a bit of a mission to get. So a lot of people have both running. They have YouTube running for the music, and then they have Facebook Live for the chat, and that's fantastic, because right now we have had an email from a guy called Bishop Mayfield, and he sent me a whole lot of stuff, and I'm going to just create a little folder here. Sorry, it's going to take me a few seconds just to do this, because I think it's important that we play new music from new artists, even people that we have never heard of, and that's absolutely fine, because that's why we're here. Because most of us, if we want music played on the radio, on commercial radio, it's not going to happen, man. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? If you want to try and get onto BBC One or BBC Two or whatever, or Planet Rock or any of those, I don't know what it is, but it's very difficult to get your music played on radio stations these days. And so we'll do it here. We'll make our own little scene here, and and we play our own vibes. So here we go. Right, so I've got a beautiful song from Bishop, and the song is called Work With Me, right? So I got this song from Bishop a few minutes ago. He came on out of the blue into Facebook Live. We said, hello, how are you? Welcome. And this gentleman has sent us this beautiful song. So we are going to play with it. We're going to play this song, but I just want to have a look at the cover of the CD, because I want to tell you a bit about it. All right, okay. So let's have a listen. Right. So this is an album. All the songs have been written by the guy called Dave Story and Bishop Mayfield, and we are very honored and privileged to be able to play this song to you. And Bishop Mayfield and Dave looks like he's the guitar player in the band, and Bishop is the man that does all the singing. And let's just have a look. One more thing. So there's a couple of tracks on a CD called Soul to Soul, SOL, the number 2, and then SOUL. Soul to Soul is a CD that was created by Bishop Mayfield. And there's a couple of tracks. There's 7 tracks on the album. Love Drunk, Push Comes to Shove, Work With Me, Beautiful World, Cruel Rain, Please Come Home, and The Blues Are Alive. And the song we're going to play for you off that very album, ladies and gentlemen, hot off the press from the man himself. This is Work With Me. Oh, that's good.
Now everyone knows just how it goes, baby. Before you walk out the door, girl, I want you to know we'll reap what we sow. It's never easy, girl. Don't you go. I can be patient within reason. So put your hand out. We'll have a real good time. Oh, put your hand out. We'll do this all of our lives. Come on and work with me, work with me, work with me, work with me, baby. I need to know. Work with me, work with me, work with me, work with me, baby. I think you should know just how I feel, baby. From my head to my toes, I'm the real deal.
This is lovely. I just enjoy the song.
What we're so love's never easy.
Cool song, man.
Girl, don't you go. I can be patient within reason. So put your hand out. You have a real good time. Oh, put your hand out. We'll do this all of our lives. Oh, won't you work with me, work with me, work with me, work with me, baby. I need to know. Work with me, work with me, work with me, work
So there you can see it. Oh, wow. This is cool, man. I'm enjoying this vibe. I have to go to YouTube to hear the music. Yes. Interesting. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, camera roll. That's what I want. Should be post. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Thanks for letting people know. I appreciate that, man. So that's really cool. Cool. Sounding good, man. Mark, not Arsenal. Me and my son are Man United. Oh, yes. We'll meet up soon. I love it. Next year, my oldest is 40. Oh, no ways. My youngest is 30. It is good, Glenn. It's okay. I love it, man. I love it. I think we have a new artist on the radio with us. We call him the Bishop, right? Yes, that would be so amazing, Steve. We got to meet up, man. Thank you very much, Mark, for playing. Oh, you're very welcome, Bishop. Thank you for sending us the music, man. Really appreciate it. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll play it every time we play this. Every Friday night you're going to hear this song, man. So cool. Work with me. Work with me, work with me, work with me. Absolutely. This is a really lovely song. I really enjoyed it, and so soulful and so beautiful and so strong. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Bishop Mayfield, for sending us the song, my man. Thank you very much. We really privileged to have the opportunity to play the song on the radio for you, and what an honor and a privilege it is indeed too. So yes, I appreciate that very much. And so if you've got a song that you would like us to play, of course, I'll play it with absolute pleasure. And if it's like that, I'll play it over and over and over again. Great song. So if you're interested, you can check out Bishop Mayfield and all of his tracks, and their the band themselves all the songs will be written by a guy called Dave Story and sung by Bishop Mayfield. A great song, and they're recorded at Sylvia Massey's studio. The album was produced by Dave Story and Sol Ardenti, and it's been engineered by a guy called Nick Kirby and Ivan Huntwerk. And special thanks to a lot of people involved in this kind of thing. Of course, as you would imagine, so Sylvia Massey, Chris Johnson, Steve Brown, Mark Ahrensberg, Dave, and Patricia Dreyer. So the funny thing about recording an album, and of course Bishop would like to thank Suzette Mayfield and his 8 children, grandchildren, sorry. Sorry, Bishop. And Dave would like to thank Debbie Devine. So there we go. There you have it. Making a record is not a one-man band task. It's impossible. It cannot happen. So I'm recording a song, a record, or I have been for the last couple of years, and I think it's 10 now. It's been taking 10 years to make this record. But the reason why it's taken so long, hasn't Mike Tandy? How you bud? The reason why it's taken so long is because there are a lot of people involved. And I was doing a press release the other day just to try and work out how many people were involved in this record. Oh my gosh. And I'll make a list available at some point. But really, a lot of people. So the guitarists alone, Lawrence was on the Blowout a little while ago. He's one of the guitar players. He's playing the solo in Parisian Walkways. So what I played for you earlier on was a very rough mix. It's sort of demo mix. But Lawrence I'm going to send him the files. He'll record it in Spain, send it to me, and then we'll mix it in England. But on that very same record is a guitarist by the name of Harry Ainsworth. He's a Winchester guy, a local guy. youngster. He's 32 years old. He's a brilliant guitar player, and I work with him in the local jam band. We jam here on a first Friday of every month when the lockdown is finally over, hopefully at some point during proceedings. On the album, of course, is my good friend Dennis Stratton. And of course, Dennis used to play with Iron Maiden. He now works in a band called Lionheart. And he was with a band called Praying Mantis for many, many years. And talking about Praying Mantis, I would like to play a song especially for my mate Phil, who's tuned in, and he always pops in to say hello. And one of the greatest rock and roll bands that I've ever had the pleasure of being on the same stage, not playing with the band, but actually being on the same stage or the same show as them, was this band called Praying Mantis. They are amazing, ladies and gentlemen. If you get a chance, they've got lots of records. They've been around 30 years. You know, they're tremendously talented. They have a specific sound, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is Can't Stop the Fire. This is Praying Mantis. Brilliant band. Cynthia Hart is watching. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome to you. We've been playing cool tunes tonight. Songs that I've never heard of, from musicians I've never met. But that's exactly what it's all about. And that's what we're about here. We play music. We play music because chances are of musicians like us getting our music on national radio are zero. Plain and simple. And the last live musician that I saw play was a lady called Beth Hart. And, you know, I don't think I've ever listened to a radio station that's played any Beth Hart music. And honestly, this woman is outstanding. She is absolutely, you know, talented beyond talent. She plays bass, she plays guitar, she plays piano, she sings with fire in her heart, fire in her soul. She's amazing talent. Never hear her on the radio, never see her on TV, never. So we're going to change all of that in a small way. So we have YouTube, we have Guitarist TV. Back it out. If I could play your videos, I'd do that too. So let's drink to the weekend. Let's drink to some good music, good friends, and let's make it happen here. Come on. It's such a sad situation where live music has died on its ass. Not just in this country, across the planet. Across the entire planet, live music is dead right now. So let's make the music play. We've got to do it. We've got to do it somehow. This coronavirus has killed everything. You know? It's not only killed a lot of people, it's killed the music industry. So sad, man. So we've got to change it somehow. We've got to help these guys get back on their feet, man. Shot. And a lot of musicians will agree with me here. We've got to restart this industry, this live music industry, somehow. I don't know how. I don't know the answer. But we want the people back in the concerts. We want the people. We want 80,000 people at Wembley watching. We want that again. You can't stand 2 meters apart watching AC/DC play at Wembley. Impossible. It's not going to happen. So, we need to do something else. I'll make these guitar players in this band. Oh, they're insane. Absolutely insane. This is really cool. No, can't stop the fire. The music is in us. Sorry, it's there forever. It's part of our whole being, you know what I mean? If you don't have music in your soul, in your body, in your brain, you might as well just lay down and die. It's that simple. So let's rock and roll, man. Let's stay alive and let's play this music. So ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Durban Rock Radio. It's Michael de Jager behind the microphone. Let the music play. This is Praying Mantis and Can't Stop the Fire.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted
Ho-ho.
is here.
With your host,
Listen,
Michael
I thought
de
you might like
Jager.
this one
He
too.
rocks my
Yes, please.
world.
Woo-hoo. Hey, and if you just tuned in, of course, the big show it is. So we're raising funds for the NHS right now. Me and my mate Dennis Stratton are doing our best to help people with PTSD disease, you know. I love the drums. I love the drums on this track. It's got just such a brilliant. See, that's how the bass drum should sound. It's got a certain amount of depth to it. Yeah. So this is a track off the new Core album as well. Just for one day. And I want to say that now we played this live at Glastonbury. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Music was my first one, and indeed it will be my last. Fire in the heart, indeed, man. That's my girl. Hey, Liz. Let's celebrate one day that we are all allowed. Absolutely, 100%. You know, we are so blessed. And I know Liz and Mark Adams are seriously cool people that love the blues. And, you know, the funny thing is, you know, we hang out in South Africa at a place called Cave Rock. And I used to work with Mark's brother, Steve Adams, back in the day. Good times, man, good times. And I went to watch Gary Moore playing in Apollo in Oxford. And I walk out after the show, walk out into the foyer, into the staircase, and who's standing right next to me? Mark Adams. How's that? How in the world is that going to happen? What are the chances, bro? Yes. Our universe works in strange ways. You're here because you're meant to be here. And I'm doing this because this is what I'm being born to do. Play some music. Lift your spirits. Let's do it. Let's bring the loud music back. Cut up. So this is Dennis singing his heart out, eh? Dennis is over 70 years old and he's still making rock and roll because he's so determined to do it. Good man. And so is Steve Mann, who actually produced this song. And they raised about £30,000 for the NHS through sales of this particular track. Amazing. So music is a very powerful thing, very powerful thing. And that scares the shit out of the politicians, I'm telling you now. But it's what keeps people alive, it's what gives people a soul. It's what puts a smile on our faces, you know what I mean? It's what stops me jumping off a building. Seriously, it is. Honestly. Music is my life, man. And I'm sure it's yours as well. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. One day. I've done some crazy things in my life in music, you know. And the funny thing about it is, it never stops. I don't ask for it. It just happens. Amazing. Last week, I played you a song for one of the greatest vocalists I have ever met. And I'm going to play a track for you of that particular vocalist. And she also happens to be singing on my record. Hey, how cool is that? So I'm very blessed, very blessed. We've got some amazing musicians on this record. When it comes out, oh my God. It's been 10 years. It's taken me 10 years to make this record, but I wanted specific people on the record. And the funny thing is, there are people that just said to me, no, I'm not interested in playing on your record. It's cool, you know, I'm happy with it, fine. They don't particularly want to be on the record, absolutely fine, 100%. But the people that did say yes and made the effort to contribute will not be sorry, because it's forever. Exactly. Glenn, you got it on the head, my mate. What would the world be like without music? Dennis Stratton and his version of Heroes.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
The very distinct privilege of inviting this lady to sing on my record. Her name is Rebecca Downs. Such a beautiful song, and she's just such an amazing lady with such an incredible voice and a beautiful band, you know, amazing band. Oh my God. We can be heroes tonight, tomorrow and forever. Yes, I'm there with you. Timo, 100%, my bro, 100%. Peter Summers. Hey Peter, long time my man, long time. I hope you're well. Excellent, excellent. You like the song, Michael? And Liz? I think you'll enjoy it. And I'm going to play you a song, Mark. I'm going to play you a little teaser, bro, that I think you might enjoy. And it's off my album, but it's this lady singing. I can't play you the whole thing because it's not properly mixed, but I can play you a little bit. Oh, what a voice, man. What a voice. So this is all for Rebecca's Rebecca's album. And if you want to know more about Rebecca, just Google Rebecca Downs and you'll see. Amazing. I've met more musicians in the last 6 months than I have in like the last 10 years. And I think, I don't know what it is. It's just all of a sudden, I don't know. You can try for years and years and years. Nothing happens. And then one day you don't even try. And all of a sudden, just things happen. I just don't understand, It's just the way of the world. There's a time and a place, I believe, for everything, yeah? I think so. It's time for us to get together and do stuff. Then it's time, and we do it. And the thing is, you need to... Oh, fantastic. You still got it. Amazing. Very cool show you have. Thanks for sharing the love. Hey, Bishop, your prayer. I think I've seen an email just pop in here. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to download some songs here. We've got some new songs. Okay, so I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind, Bishop, but I'm gonna, if you don't mind me calling you Bishop, it's easier for us to say, okay, now I'm gonna play a song by the Bishop, and we know it's you. I hope it goes down okay. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, coming up shortly after this one, the Bishop has sent us a song. He sent us a beautiful song, and we're going to play it. And it's called The Blues Are Alive, man. And they're so alive tonight. Absolutely. Right. So there you go. Rebecca Downs in a song called Hurts.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's
No
here.
worries, brother.
So
Cool.
get on with it. Rock on, dude.
Okay, so if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone. It is the Big Rock Show tonight. We are streaming on Guitarist TV on YouTube. We are also chatting to everybody on Facebook Live. It's been a fantastic evening. We've had some great songs and some real surprises. And the Bishop has sent us 2 tracks, and I'm going to play you 2 tracks from the man himself. We did one a little bit earlier on, just absolutely blew us all away. Just fantastic song called Work With Me, and we're going to play another one shortly, but I'm going to play you a song off my new album, and this one is especially for Mike and Liz Adams, because that night we watched Gary Moore back in the day live, and used to go and sit in the tour bus after the show and chat with Gary. It was a very special night, Michael, and for me anyway, and I'm sure for you and Liz too. But this song in particular is very special, very close to my heart. And when I asked Rebecca if she would sing it, because I can't sing it like this, like it needs to be sung, she sang it amazing. I wasn't there when she sang it in the studio. I couldn't be there, but she sang it in the M2 studios in Wolverhampton, and Sheena Sia, the genius that works there, she's recorded this, and it just sounds, I can't play you the whole song, but I'll play you as much as I can. Right, here we go. This is Rebecca Downs at the core, and a song called Midnight Blues by Gary Moore.
It's the darkest hour of the darkest night. It's a million miles from the morning light.
How cool is this?
Can't get no sleep. Don't know what to do. I've got those midnight blues.
Bishop, right, okay. Tracy, if you're there, could you send put the YouTube link on Facebook for Bishop, please? Or Glenn, if you're about, man. You mind doing that? So the guys will share a link for you now. YouTube, and it's Guitarist TV.
There must be some reason for this mood I'm getting in. Can't get no sleep. Don't
Okay.
know what to do. I got those
Such a legend. Absolutely. Listen to this now.
every evening after Sunday, as the light begins to fade.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Just a taster of the Midnight Blues coming off the new Core album, which will be out sort of end of August time, hopefully. I'm going to mix it on Monday and Tuesday, and then I've got to go through all of the legal stuff and get the rights and blah, 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 all that stuff, mechanicals and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff, man, and it's that you need to do just to get a record out these days. It's an incredible amount of blue tape. But somebody who's been through that whole shenanigans is a guy called Bishop Mayfield, and we're lucky enough to have him on the show tonight. His new record, and he sent us another song, so thank you very much for that. I'm going to play it for you because I think this man's got a voice and a half, and it's called The Blues Are Alive. And this one especially for our good friends in South Africa.
Whenever I want
Oh, listen to
I'll sing the blues, and I will sing it for you. Yes, I'll pour my heart out all across the stage, and without a second thought, listen to what I say. Now if I hold you once, well, I've told you twice. Oh, next time I won't
it's cool, man.
be nice. Walk towards the stage before you take another step. Well, there's something I gotta say, but you ain't heard me yet.
Midnight Blues, eh? I've got a date tomorrow, and I'm excited.
Lives in me.
This is so cool, Bishop.
Blues are alive, living in tea. The blues are alive, and lives in me. Oh, the blues are alive, living in tea. You got your pork pie hat, you got your alligator shoes, a skinny black tie, you got your sunglasses too.
There you go, there you go. Here's my shades, man.
All it takes. Yes,
Okay, so this is what we got.
but there's something I gotta say, 'cause I got news for you.
Okay, so we're gonna do the blues, man. Love it.
And it lives in me.
Yeah, so we're hanging out in the blues tonight, man.
Blues are alive,
Oh yes.
living in a tea. Oh, the blues are alive,
Okay, so let's just get this down here.
and it lives in me.
I need to place an order for some more wine.
Blues are alive,
Yes, they are.
living in. I sing the blues whenever I want to. And I'll sing the blues. Yes, I'll sing it for you. I will pour my heart out all across
I love this, man. It's just so cool.
And without a second,
It's incredible.
listen to what I say.
Yeah.
Right here, what we'd like to do is give a little homage and tribute to those who came before us.
This is cool, man. This is so cool.
Robert Johnson,
Yes. Robert Johnson. Sonny Boy Williamson. Yes.
Al Collins,
Oh my God.
Miss Etta James, Miss Billie Holiday. We're talking about people like Albert King,
Oh yes.
Freddie King,
Hallelujah.
and Blues Boy himself, B.B. King, Edgar Winter, Johnny Winter, Little Richard. I'll sing the blues for you. We'll play the blues for you. I'll sing the blues for you.
Ah yes. Sonny and Chris Rea playing some blues. Okay, cool. Hey, if you just tuned in, it's Michael de Jager behind the microphone, hanging out with the dudes on Facebook Live and, of course, on Guitarist TV. Oh, we listened to some cool tunes tonight. And you listen to Bishop Mayfield, man. The Bishop is here. He's right with you live on Durban Rock Radio. Thank you to the Bishop for sending us these cool tracks. Absolutely amazing. What an incredible sound. Mr. Field, you're a genius. Thank you, sir.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted.
I'm just so blown
is
away,
here.
man. This
With
is
your
so
host,
cool.
Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it. Rock on, dude.
One of the greatest guitar players of our times, a guy called Frank Marino. And I'm going to play this song especially for my good friend Glenn Adams. Yeah, so this is some blues for you from Frank Marino. Robin Ford, yes, talk to your daughter. That's what we want, man.
Don't be afraid. Won't you come on in?
Yes. Here we are. So lucky, Mike. I'm telling you what. That's why I get so panicky when there's no live music around, you know. We've got to sort that out, man. We've got to change that. But okay, so sorry, with those shades on, I can't see what people are saying. Yeah, it would be great if you could send us some Robin Ford, Glenn. Please do, bro. So we've got. Oh, that would be cool. Right, I'm going to do that right now. So I'm amazed how, you know, So we've already done that one. Let's just close all up. Thank you, brother, and thanks so much for a great avenue you're sharing. Much love. Bishop, it's such a pleasure, man. I promise you. Thank you for sharing your music with us tonight. There's lots of brothers that have been listening in tonight that just absolutely love what you do. So please don't stop playing. And please don't stop sharing the vibes. And I guarantee you we're going to keep playing your music on this channel for as long as I'm about, that's for sure. Stay safe outside, man. Where are you guys based, Bishop? I just gotta get this. So we've got about half an hour left before I gotta go, but it's been a nice evening. I've really enjoyed it. It's been cool. Listen to this. See that little Korean chick, that 2-year-old that goes. It means shit, doesn't it? Really? This music, this is what counts, man. This is proper music. And with shit I can't deal with it, really. But the good vibes I can. This means something. And I've tried to explain to people 1,000,000 times why you need to have guitar solos in music. And you either get it or you don't, you know. But I'm glad that we get it. So let's just do the thing. Okay, from Glenn. Our tickets for George postponed until next year, but we'll be there. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Now, my tickets for Kenny Wayne Shepherd as well. Next year. Now, I was a bit sad, man, but hey, what can do? Rather safe than sorry, eh? My boy. The same like this weekend, you know, pubs are open for the first time in England. Mr. Frank Marino himself. If you just tuned in, sorry about that. I've just got a bit carried away and lost in the music, you know. Listening to this guy play such an amazing guitar, and what can I say? I just, you know, it's just amazing stuff. And you know, there's a great guitar player out there, and his name is Mr. Peter Frampton, and I'm going to play you a song by this guy because, you know, I met him, I interviewed Peter Frampton a long time ago. Not that long ago, but it was the 35-year anniversary of Frampton Comes Alive, and I met him in London, and we sat and chatted. It was supposed to be a 15-minute interview, but we ended up talking for like over an hour. And such a wonderful man, such an absolute gentleman, so knowledgeable and so precise in what he does in music and how he approaches music, and you know, his experiences and what he does for people. And, you know, not many people know about these things. And in the Great Flood in America, they destroyed so many guitars in Nashville, you know, including his Black Beauty. So, you know, he's managed to bring it all back from that and help many musicians who were actually devastated by that flood. But Peter Frampton was there for a lot of people, and so, you know, he's a very good person, as well as being an amazing guitar player and got a great voice and a brilliant entertainer and so many other things, sold many thousands of guitars and Grammy Awards and whatnot. Anyway, enough talking. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Frampton. The Grammy Award-winning gentleman that we love so much. This is a song called You. I love this, man. I love this. So cool. Love Peter Frampton. Even more in his later years. I remember that interview you had with him. Oh, wow. He's such a lovely man. Tracy, I promise you, he's just such a lovely man. Robin has arrived at the airport. Just boarding. And will be with you shortly. Bless you, Glenn. Ben, what a legend you are, my bro. Thank you so much. And the amazing thing about Peter Frampton was he walked in with an acoustic guitar and a red Fender Strat. And he said, "You're not expecting me to play or anything?" And I said, no, sure. He said, "Okay, I've only got 15 minutes and then I'm out of here." I said, "Okay, that's absolutely fine, thank you." So he came and sat to the right of me, and to the left of me was Ingelisa Pope, who was helping me out with the interview, who I actually phoned that night, and I said to Ingelisa, "I don't want to do this interview alone with Peter Frampton. Will you come with me, please?" And she said, "Oh, you're phoning me the night before?" And I said, "Yes, I know." "I'm so sorry." But bless her, she came with me just for a bit of moral support. And her and her late husband Rob both both helped. And my son Byron was actually here, and my daughter, and Danielle actually filmed with her camera, and she was very young at those days. But it was a good experience, and we filmed it in a chapel, Please don't break. Every time a song jits like that, I get the heebie-jeebies. And it was an old Mason's lodge that the hotel had discovered by mistake. When they bought the hotel, they started renovating and they broke through this wall, and they broke through a wall, and there it was, this secret Masonic hall, was there. So we did the interview in the Masonic Lodge, and I think it's now used by the Irish Masons of London. Okay, it's arrived. I think Mr. Ford has landed. Ooh, he has indeed. Okay, I'd like to just let you know that Robin Ford has landed and will be with us shortly. In the meantime, Mr. Peter Frampton is doing the business for us. Such a wonderful guitar player, a wonderful gentleman. I have to distinct privilege of interviewing Mr. Frampton at the Masonic Lodge in London. It's now time for Mr. Chris Rea to join us for a blues. This is called Blue Street. I'm just going to let Mr. Ford in the door. Hold on a second. Be back in a minute. I bet if those walls could talk, we would hear some interesting stories. Okay, yes, I'm sure I think you're right, Trace. Sorry, I can't help it. Mike, you and yourself, a good guitarist. Oh, thank you. And it's a beautiful thing. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you, man. Bless you, mate. Cheers. I am truly humbled tonight to be among such amazing talent and such wonderful, beautiful people. I really am. It's so special. It's so special. I can't tell you how special it is. So thank you so much. Thank you for being with me tonight. I appreciate it. You probably will never know how much I do. How beautiful music. It's just so You know, when I first moved to Wolverhampton in 2001, I landed in London, got on a bus, travelled to Wolverhampton town centre. Pleasure. Got off the bus, I had a guitar, amplifier and a bag. I didn't have an amplifier, just had a guitar and a bag. My shorts and my slops flipping freezing. It was New Year's Day. Anyway, I caught a taxi, the one and only taxi that was working in Wolverhampton back in those days. Got down to this place where I was going to live for the next months for myself. And down the passage from me, in this bed and breakfast, I was on the top floor. Down the passage to the left was a drummer whose surname was Rea. And he was Chris Rea's brother, who was playing at the Panto in the Wolverhampton Theatre at the time. So we were in the kitchen. I met this guy in the kitchen, because it's a community kitchen, you know, where you make it. I said, hello, I'm Mike, I'm from South Africa, I've just arrived here. Oh, okay. My name's somebody Rea. And I thought, Rea? I mean, it's an unusual name, you know. And I said, any relation to Chris? And he said, yes, he's my brother. Chris was very ill at that point. And he said, Chris almost died. He was that close. He was very sick man. And this guy was busy. He was the drummer in the band that was playing at the Wolverhampton Theatre. You know, every year in England they have these things called pantos, which is like a kids show. You know, they do different sort of productions, but they call them pantos. But they have a live band playing in these theatres, and he was the drummer. You're joking? You're Chris Rea's drummer, brother? Yes. Oh my God! I just got off a plane from South Africa and I meet Chris Rea's drummer, brother. It's just, I was blown away, absolutely blown away. But hey, that's life, eh? They said I stay at this B&B every year that I come here. I went, oh wow, okay. Can I meet him one day? He said, yes, of course, but he's very ill at the moment. So, okay, so it is time. And I think we'll do something like 3 in a row or something like that. Let's do that. This is really cool vibes. Alright, do that. It's been good tonight. It's been a good evening tonight. Really. Not far. Maybe it's just me. Chris Rea had a very bad cancer. He's lucky to be a lucky man. I didn't want to ask, what's with him. He just said he's very ill. And he nearly died. Very, very close. Oh my gosh. So he was on a comeback trail at that point. And that was 2001. So where are we now? 22 years later. And he's still with us. This is Chris Rea. Aren't we lucky? Right. So we're very blessed. I was just telling my friends on Facebook Live a little story, a little encounter I had when I came to Wolverhampton in 2001 as a musician, budding young musician. Actually, I was here as a design engineer, not as a musician. I had a job in Wolverhampton then. But I lived in the same place as the drummer for a panto in Wolverhampton who happened to be Chris Rea's brother. He had the same surname, so we were cooking food in the kitchen, communal kitchen, and I said, hello, I'm Michael de Jager. He said, oh, that's an interesting surname. My name's somebody Rea. And I went, just joking. I said, any relation to Chris? And he said, yes, he's my brother. I was blown away, man. I thought he was joking, but no, he's serious. He just said, unfortunately, Chris is very ill at this time. So we are very blessed to still have Chris Rea with us right now.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
One of the greatest guitar players on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute legend. His name is Robin Ford. And this is Indiola. Thank you, Glenn. Thanks for saving them, my brother. Brilliant. We used to play one called Talk to Your Daughter at Magoo's. CJ and I did. This is cool. This is cool. I've been enjoying this evening, thanks to you all. It has been. It's lovely to have you, man. Lovely to have you here, honestly. I know I can't see your faces and I can't talk to you, but even just the comments is fine. It's enough. Timo, Tracy, Glenn, you guys are absolute legends, man. Thank you so much. Mike, Peter Caldwell is here. Hey, Bishop has a great voice. Reminds me of a bit of the singer of Jimmy Page's Outstriders album. Hummingbird, I think. I didn't see you sneak in there, Mr. Caldwell. Hey, my brother. You're well. Absolute legend. And Bishop Mayfield. What a surprise that was. Beautiful voice. And then, of course, Mark Adams, and he's been with us for quite a while. This is great. But honestly, it's just lovely to have you sitting with me, talking, chatting, listening to some good vibes. I'd love to share you my wine, but and Tracy, you're not allowed to drink alcohol, so get a nice juice, though. Peter Colwell. Typical you. Coming all the way over to the UK and finding out you're living with Chris Rear's brother. Wouldn't happen to anyone else. Honestly, Pete, actually, you are the reason that I'm here, Mr. Caldwell. So now guys, I want to tell you a story. Peter Caldwell, I met in South Africa. I was working for a company called Ferodo in Prospecton, right? In the drawing office. And a lot of English engineers came from England to come and help us out on certain projects that were going on there and all the rest of it. The guy that came and sat next door to me in the drawing office, I mean, what are the chances, right? Is this guy Peter Caldwell. And he comes in for the first time, you know, I mean, we are draftsmen. And somebody, the engineer came in and said, these guys are here to do a project, you know, just, do you mind if they put this stuff here with me? Yes, of course. So Pete puts his wallet on the table, and his keys, and his cigarettes, and whatever else, and disappears into the factory. And I'm going, sorry, excuse me, Pete, you can't leave your wallet open like that on the table in South Africa. You can't do that, because when you come back, it'll be gone. Really? So I remember that day, Pete, you know, when you first came in, and I had to warn you that you just can't leave valuable stuff lying around. It doesn't matter where you are in South Africa, because when you come back, it'll be gone. And so from that day onwards, we sort of became friends. And then I found out that he plays guitar. Mr. Caldwell. I said, that guy plays guitar. And one of the other yes, he's a very good guitar player. Oh. And at that stage, I was playing a one-man band at a dumpy pub somewhere in Durban. Leprechauns. One-man band and Leprechauns. Anyway, Pete Caldwell came along one night to listen to me play. And he came in. Do you remember that night, Pete? That was amazing. And he ended up having a jam on stage with me because I had a spare guitar. Isn't it amazing? Robin Ford, ladies and gentlemen. So let's have 3 in a row, maybe 4 in a row. Robin Ford. This is called Red Lady. So from that moment, we were pals up until today, you know. Best mates. Well, I don't see a lot of him these days because he's all over the place. So am I. And we're all locked down as well, so what the hell. He lives in Cambridge, eh? Hey, brother, we've done some amazing stuff together, haven't we? So we've done a lot of gigs in England, and we did a couple of pubs, and I played at Pete's wedding in Oxford at the Oxford University Jesus College. What a blast that was. And then Pete said, why don't you come and live here, man? Well, I don't know if I can, you know. Anyway, I did some investigations, and apparently my granddad is from Leeds, and so I was able to come and live here. And so we did a couple of gigs together, and but then Pete moved from Oxford to Cambridge. So now you might think, oh, it's just around the corner. It's not. It's like other side of the M25s. So we lived very far apart. And then we ended up working in the same company together. Again. I mean, what are the chances, you know? Yes. I do love this man a lot. And so look after your friends, especially the ones that are meant to be with you for the rest of your life, you know. And Pete really looked after me when I came to England. He did, big time. So yeah, God bless you, mate. Thank you. But I'm enjoying the vibes tonight. It's pretty cool. We had a lovely evening together. I've got 5 minutes left on my slot, and then I'm out here. This is going to be fun. And feeling a bit peckish right now, you know what I mean? Could do with a toasted cheese sandwich. Or maybe a bunny chow. Do you know Durban curry bunny chow? Oh my God. I start drooling when I even talk about it. Oh yes. And I tell you, one of the songs that Pete and I used to play. We used to play a song together by a great guitar player. And I'm going to play the song for my best pal, Mr. Peter Caldwell. So, there we go. So we're listening to some cool tunes tonight if you just tuned in. Durban Rock Radio it is. Coming to you all the way from the east coast of South Africa, apparently. But I'm here in sunny Winchester. But there you go, that's the way it is. We're streaming on Guitarist TV. We were also chatting on Facebook Live. So most of the chat is on Facebook Live. You can also join us. Nice one. Core sounds great. Den's got a magic voice. So my friend Viz is commenting there. So a bit of Red Lady from Robin Ford. He's just jamming out there, man. So cool. The Reps Bar, that's what it was. The Reps Bar, jeez. Wasn't that a sleazy dive, eh, Pete? Nah, bless him, it was a live music. People got pissed, fell over. And we just played, man. We just jammed. It was good. Okay, so it's time to play you some music by one of my friend's favorite guitar players.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
No, Tracy,
my
sleep tight.
world.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been absolute pleasure. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, this one goes out to my good friend Peter Caldwell. This is For the Love of God. And it's going to take us out to the witching hour, 10 o'clock. So thank you, Mr. Steve Vai, who's going to play this tune for us tonight. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Adios. Yes, Timo, please get her to send me some MP3s or WAV files, anything you like, man. And I'll introduce her with pleasure. I'd love to hear her play. Adios, amigos. Thanks, Pete. Look after yourself, bud. Catch up with you soon. Pubs are open tomorrow, mate. And maybe when we get to visit the office again, we'll hook up in the middle of London town, dare I say it. Go and visit a pub and have a couple of bevies together. That'd be great. I still remember, Pete, when you were still learning this song and you played it, this bit. Oh my God, it's amazing. In the basement of your house when you lived in London, somewhere. And we played records, and I drank whiskey for the first time. First time in my life I'd ever drunk so much whiskey. Actually, I drank a lot of whiskey at Cave Rock once as well. But and God bless Steve Vai. For sure, man, for sure. He's such an amazing guitar player, isn't he? It's just ballistic. You remember this one? You used to play this, my mate, note for note, perfect. I remember oh my God, just he is not from this planet. I'm sorry. Do you remember when we went and saw Stevie Vai play at the Wolverhampton Civic? Hey Pete, I think we had sore ears for about 2 weeks. It was the first time I ever come out of a gig with sore ears. I mean, okay, we were right at the front, but wasn't he amazing? Oh my God, he was amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is the show for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I remember the show watching Steve Vai playing this very tune in the Wolverhampton Civic. It was a beautiful experience. That's all I can say. So to you and yours, have a fantastic 4th of July. To my American friends, 4th of July. To my British friends, happy days at the pub. Love you guys. That's a very good night from him, and a very good night from everybody on Facebook Live. Glenn Adams, thank you so much for looking after us tonight, a producer in South Africa. Tracy for letting everybody know where the music is, and for Timo Tex for sharing his lovely music and company, and for Peter Colwell for being just an amazing guy, really. Have a blessed, safe weekend, and we will hopefully see you soon. So, adios, muchachos. See you later. Bye. Okay, so we got to call it a day right now. So I'm going to say cheers to everybody on YouTube. Thank you for listening. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a great evening. Honestly, it has. It's been fantastic, man. It's been brilliant. So I really do appreciate it. Look after yourselves tomorrow, 4th of July. Don't go mad in the pubs. If you get pissed, try and stay 2 meters apart. If you can't, well, hey, that's rock and roll, babe. Look after yourselves and make sure you come out in there in one piece. I know I will. Okay, we're going to disconnect from here. Thank you, everybody on Guitarist TV. Cheers. Bye-bye.